Staying at the presidential villa, President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Professor Josh Amupitan as the 6th chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. President Tinubu wants Professor Amupitan to protect the integrity of Nigeria's elections and electoral process, as well as strengthen the institutional capacity of INEC. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
With this swearing in, Professor Josh Amupitan has now been cleared to lead Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission, a task critical to the survival of Nigeria's democracy. He has been charged to protect the integrity of Nigeria's elections and electoral processes, as well as strengthen the institutional capacity of INEC.
Your nomination for the important role and the subsequent confirmation by the Senate is a testament to your capacity and the confidence reposed in you by both the executive and the legislative arm of government. The significant achievement marked the beginning of a challenging yet rewarding journey, and I trust that you will approach your responsibilities with the highest level of integrity, dedication, and patriotism.
President Bola Tinubu acknowledged Nigeria's democratic journey and commended INEC for helping to steer the process despite obvious challenges.
To maintain public trust in elections, electoral integrity must be protected. All aspects of the process, from registration to campaigning, immediate access, voting and counting, should be transparent, non-violent, and be credible. No electoral system is flawless, but since elections are vital to a nation's future, it is essential to continually strengthen electoral institutions, ensuring they are robust, resilient, and safeguarded against artificial setbacks.
Professor Amupitan already has his work cut out. He assumes office at a crucial time when there are growing calls to restore confidence in the country's electoral system and to introduce reforms that will enhance voting in Nigeria. He pledged to defend the Constitution and the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I will reaffirm what I have just taken, that I'm going to defend the Constitution and the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as far as it relates to the electoral system. And like the President said, I was given a clear charge to ensure credible, fair and free election. Not just that I will ensure that that is done, I'm also going to engage all the stakeholders, because no matter how you set the barometer and the level of success, you still need all the stakeholders to be able to succeed.
Professor Amupitan, a senior advocate of Nigeria and professor of law at the University of Jos, was confirmed by the Senate on the 16th of October, following his endorsement by the National Council of State. He replaces Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, whose tenure expired on the 7th of October. The immediate task before Professor Amupitan is the Anambra State governorship election, followed by other off-cycle polls. But Nigerians also expect real change beyond the buzz surrounding Professor Amupitan's resume and credentials. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Shortly after his swearing-in earlier today, Professor Josh Amupitan assumed office at the headquarters of INEC, pledging his commitment to free, fair and credible elections that truly reflects the will of Nigerians. He emphasized that INEC's mandate is clear to deliver elections that command public confidence. Professor Amupitan identifies the upcoming Anambra State governorship election as a major test of the Commission's credibility, as all eyes will be on INEC to deliver a transparent and credible process. He also assured that staff welfare would remain a top priority to ensure optimal service delivery. Public affairs analyst Olufemi Lawson joins me on the news at 10 to further explore the Professor Amupitan coming in as INEC chairman. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Lawson. Professor Amupitan himself has identified the upcoming Anambra governorship election as a major test of the Commission's credibility. What does that say about his readiness to make impact in the Commission?
Thank you. I will want to start by aligning with this submission of your State House correspondent, Femi Akade, that beyond the very sound resume of Professor Amupitan, beyond his brilliant academic records, Nigerians are expecting an improvement on the lot of the Commission under his leadership as the chairman of INEC. What he has been charged to do by the President is not just to come and be an electoral umpire in Nigeria, but to ensure that Nigerians begin to see an improvement in the integrity of our elections. And another election coming in about 16 days from now will be a major test of his readiness to actually live up to the expectation, not just of the President, but also the Constitution that has empowered INEC to conduct elections for Nigerians. So it's a time that is very crucial that is coming in. But like I said, we are looking as Nigerians beyond this very beautiful resume to a commission that will improve upon what he has inherited as the chairman of INEC, because whether you like it or not, if you look at the performances of the last two chairmen of the commission, you realize that we have moved considerably away from what election used to be in Nigeria between 1999, 2003, 2007 to 2015, and now 2023. We are expecting an improvement, and I do hope that another election will be a starting point that will show the direction with which the leadership of the INEC under Professor Amupitan will give to Nigerians.
Well, he has actually also emphasized staff welfare and institutional efficiency. Just how far can that go in helping to restore INEC's credibility before Nigerians?
Well, it's good because a lot of times when staffs are motivated, there's tendency for fewer cases of corruption, influence, external influence on such staff, particularly of a commission as sensitive as the INEC. It is very good, and institutional reform is beyond rhetoric. It must be such that would be deepened in our electoral laws, because getting INEC institutionally reformed will be beyond the wishes and aspirations of the INEC chairman. The INEC chairman must be ready to work with stakeholders within the electoral chain to ensure a thorough and genuine reform of the institution of our elections by promoting all forms of actions and policies that will further strengthen our electoral laws. Professor Amupitan's leadership must be ready to work with the civil society, the media, and other stakeholders within the electoral chain in order to ensure further reforms in our election. And this is not going to be merely achievable on the basis of his wishes and aspirations or internal workings of the INEC alone, because election as a business is beyond the INEC as an institution.
Well, Professor Amupitan himself has said that he would definitely be collaborating with stakeholders. We'll wait to see how it all turns out in the weeks and months ahead. Public Affairs Analyst Olufemi Lawson, many thanks for your time on TVC News at 10.
Thank you.